Music is kind of dead.
Been the pillar that's held up society and human connection for centuries. If I couldn't wake up and listen to my old Kanye tracks at the gym, or MJ
Dude, listening to old Kanye. Oh, when I first discovered Kanye, bro, changed my life. Literally a poster. I don't know, you can't see it anymore, but it's right there. It was on my where this One Piece thing used to be, but I had a college dropout or the Through the Wire college dropout poster right here. You can actually see it. It says The Incredible Origin Story. Through the Wire college dropout. Told you. Before we even watched the video.
MJ tracks, and in my head think I'm sounding like him, but I sound completely nothing like him, then I probably wouldn't be as productive in my days. And from the 2000s to 2010s, every year it felt like we had a certain music era going.
Banger.
It felt
Banger.
special, like you could point out what
Actual bangers were dropping every year. Every banger.
genre was popping and what the media was focusing on. Now we probably have the most music ever recorded in human history, so you would think it'd feel way more special. But if anything, it's the opposite now. And a lot of people have been talking about
Hold on.
I think it'd feel way more special. But if anything,
Steel Ball Run poster. He knows ball. I love Tommy. He knows ball too. And a Luffy. Oh my god, dude. W Tommy. Is it even at 120p? 90p? Yeah, it is. Well, 120, but no, he's not wrong though. I don't even listen to like newer music, like especially rap nowadays, or even pop, bro. Like nothing. Listen to old shit like rock and old rap and old pop, man. It's so good.
it's the opposite now. And a lot of people have been talking about it this
for real.
year.
It's all
It's
dead.
felt like it's only gotten worse every year. One genre that's probably facing its worst fall off ever is rap. And to
So real.
me, since rap is the type of music I listen to the most, I feel very much qualified to talk about this. Anyone who was there for the prime SoundCloud rapper time from 2016 to 2020.
Dude, I used to listen to this stuff before I even had Spotify Premium. Just go on SoundCloud. Listen to like Broccoli, 21 Savage, like Lucid Dreams back in the day. I didn't even know who Denzel Curry was before this either. Just Lucid, like all that shit, man. Like Lucy back in the day. What was that song? Oh my god. EXO Tour Life. And then what was that Money song? Yeah, I forgot what the Bank Account. Oh my god, so good.
Money already knows how much is diminished. In a weird way, it was actually a community back then. The wave at that time seems unreal compared to now, because I swear every week you'd have a brand new rapper pop up with a #1 song. Then you'd have the Lyrical Lemonade video to go with it. We was eating good in that time.
I have not heard a Lyrical Lemonade in forever, bro. What happened?
This isn't even counting the big three era of rap before this wave with Drake, Kendrick.
The last time I remember rapping this kid was when this beef was happening. I have not heard anything coming out of rap since this. Like, not even joking.
And J. Cole running things. But they were also still dropping as well in that time, so you always had something going on. It seemed like in that moment,
was J. Cole dropping?
With that momentum, the hype would never slow. Also adding the fact that rappers basically determine how people would wear fits. And to this day, it's still kind of like that, but I would say it's dropped off way more. The whole hypebeast era where every kid was begging their parents for a Supreme hoodie and skinny ripped jeans came from people like Juice WRLD and
like the Supreme Patty chains and all that Supreme Patty bullshit. Never bought it. Like this shit right here.
Lil Uzi and X. One of the main reasons rap is getting burnt into the ashes now is that everyone is scared to be different. Back then when you heard a certain rapper, you could immediately point out their sound and style, or even the way they rapped was unique. It would always be something changed with it. But now it's watered down for artists
mumble rap
to try to sound like Cardi with maybe their own slight tweak. You could show me 5 new underground rappers that came out this year. Probably name some dumb shit too, like Triple Table 249.
For the Kid, or whatever, the S of the Kid. That one song I listened to by him. By the way, that Playboy card skin I kind of wish I got.
Caramel Latte 2X. And I would not be able to point out who is what on each track. A lot of people say this is due to the access of certain music equipment being easier, so a lot of artists and people are using the same type of audio settings. If you look on TikTok, you can immediately tell that's what's going on too. And before someone says, oh, well, Tom, you don't do music. Yes, I know I don't do music. I understand it can be hard to make a certain sound or produce a beat. That's what makes it unique though. Like before modern music equipment and beat makers, each artist and producers had so much creativity because you had to be different and it took more skill. A lot of skilled artists know this and even stick with old music equipment, like Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars has been in the top 10 every year since
that one Silk album, whatever it is. I don't know, Silk Songs or something like that. Oh my god. With Anderson .Paak. Bangers.
2010. He can always release a song and that gonna go crazy because he mixes old music equipment with new tech and it sounds good. It's a unique type of sound that other artists don't have, and that's why people like it. A lot of new age rappers now either don't have the skills to do that or don't care to learn. There's a reason why someone like Kanye is so timeless, because he's mastered that craft and can transition between generations. And past 2020, that's probably the reason why male rappers started to fall off but female rappers started to trend, because at least they were more unique with it, but there ended up being one problem. Women started getting tired of hearing every rapper talking about throwing it back and rapping about
coochie and throwing it back. That's literally what he said. Exactly. I mean, the guy rappers do the same still. Like, they talk about money, getting pussy, bitches, all that stuff. Like, but like, they kind of mix it up a little bit. I feel like every time I listen to a woman, like a girl rapper song, like Ice Spice or Latto, Megan Thee Stallion, kind of all the same, man. It kind of all sounds the same, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry. Like, give me an example.
Also, the biggest female rapper who basically put it on is now completely coked out and crazy. So that era dwindled by pretty quickly.
Nicki Minaj is not that bad. She has different stuff, but yeah, she's going crazy.
And now we're at a stalemate. As of 2026 so far, you don't really have a new rapper that's popping up and taking the year by storm. The last rapper I truly remember popping off in the mainstream was probably Ice Spice, and that was 2023 to 2020.
That was it, Pink Pantheress or something like that. Her song with Ice Spice wasn't bad. She's not horrible. I've not heard a single song from her.
24. Also, people are now realizing they don't really care to go to rap artist shows because most of the time it's overpriced as f. A lot of these rappers can barely get through.
I got nosebleeds at Tyler the Creator. Fucking amazing though. But that shit was expensive.
At the performance without either passing out from all the lean they're having or crashing out and fighting someone in the crowd, then leaving.
I heard Kodak did that recently. He was on the stage and then he was just tweaking on the stage, like off like Percocets or something. He was on something.
Halfway through. With other artists like pop artists, at least they try to give you a good show with visuals and stage performers. But
Sabrina Carpenter is crazy on stage, bro. But her music's pretty solid. Pretty solid. I like it.
Moving on from rap music to music in general, something that's slowly ruining it is AI. Last year already, AI artists ended up being 10% of all music creators.
No shot.
Keep in mind that AI artists only started becoming a thing in the mainstream last year, so that's some scary numbers. In a span of 1 year, they took over 10% of total human music creators. Imagine 20 or 30 years. And you may be thinking, I don't listen to it and would never, so I'm good. Well, you might want to double check because you might have by accident. Yes, you may have been.
Hey, yo, what is that robot doing, man? Humping that dough. What the hell?
An AI song and did not know. On TikTok since 2025, there's been multiple song trends that went viral that turned out to be AI. One of the biggest trends was a song called I Run by an artist named Haven. I can't play it here due to copyright, but I guarantee at least 90% of y'all probably heard this song on a TikTok. I personally don't know how people like it. It sounds spiritually Israeli to me, but it did blow up. The song has 2 points.
That picture's so funny. I'm literally listening to it. Oh, I Run. Hold on. Look it up yourself. Can't play it because. Hold on. Never heard that song, and I'm happy I didn't. I don't like it.
1 million videos made to it just for reference. And when people started complaining, streaming platforms sniped that shit off their platforms, but the damage was done. When people listen to these AI artists, it pushes out all other real artists that make music out the algorithm. Because these music platforms only boost what's trending. Even though a lot of the younger generations may not listen to these artists, older generations don't give a fuck. They either don't know it's AI or don't care because they think it sounds good and they don't really have a problem with it being AI. When the We Are Charlie Kirk song came out, some of them genuinely thought it was a real song and poetic. It also doesn't.
If you thought this was a real song, you're stupid. It is a banger though, a certified hood classic, but you're stupid if you thought this was an actual real song. You can tell it's AI.
Help that you'll have AI artists pull a Shadow Clone no Jutsu, pop up and steal a real artist's flow and release songs. Because they can release.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. The AI Travis Scott, Kanye, and Playboi Carti songs did go crazy.
Unlimited songs, and you best believe they'll have fans who will listen to it. An AI artist last year named Zanaya Monet charted on the Billboard charts for the first time ever. I fully blame Gen X and Boomers for this because I know this was not Gen Z. I ain't never been in the car and my homie said turn on that Zanaya Monet. If you're in my car and you
never heard of that.
turn on any AI music, just know we're not getting out that car and that shit's blown up. Believe it or not, she, or should I even call it a she? It's a robot. She signed for $3 million to a record label.
For what?
Yes, the great morality of record labels. Instead of record labels paying their artists a livable wage, they can just buy an AI artist to produce unlimited slop and profits for them. The hilarious thing is, this whole drought of music being dead could be solved by record labels and streaming platforms. A lot of these artists don't feel motivated to make music anymore, knowing they're not going to get paid good from it. Streaming platforms get their cut, then record labels get their cut, and artists get the crumb of that. Because of that, a lot of artists have transitioned to being content creators, because at least that will pay well. Oh, well, it should be for passion, not just profits. I thought that's what art's all about. Yeah, tell that shit to your landlord when you're 3 months late on rent and see what they say. It's simple science. Well, yes, the artists do love what they do. If they don't get paid fairly in a livable wage, they're gonna have to say,
yeah, if you don't get a livable wage off, why would you, like, you do it for fun, but like it starts balancing out. Like, you do it for fun so long, you're not really getting a return. Like, I understand for doing it, like, if you know going into it no monetary gain, but like, you still got a whole life you gotta live. Like, you might have a family that you have to take care of or even be with, or you have like a job, sorry, JSRB. But like, it gets to the point that it turns from fun to like an actual second job, but you're not getting paid for it. That's why it's like, it can be fun, but the music you create, you want it to be so good, but you don't have enough time, and you start not uploading the music because you don't have enough time. Like, literally, because you're dealing with your job, your life, like stuff like that. It does really suck though, seeing these people that are like actually genuinely creative
drop the amount they do. And you can only tour so much in the year to make money, with that not even being a guarantee you'll make enough to survive for the year. So their best bet a lot of times is doing content and maybe streaming to at least have some income to survive. And the last thing I want to talk about is concert pricing. You know how everybody says, oh man, this next summer about to be so lit, we about to be out going to concerts, this 2026 summer gonna go crazy. Yeah, it's the exact opposite this year. We are staying inside for 2026 summer. You're better off navigating the American healthcare system than getting a normal price concert ticket in 2026. Not too long ago, I remember when I was in high school that people would
they raised the ticket prices too, and they admitted it, and they don't care. All of them, like, they all colluded together. And guess what? Sports tickets are going up too. Guess who doesn't like that? Me!
Out with their homies and talk about whatever artist is performing in town, and everyone would save up working their fast food jobs to scrape enough to be able to go to the concert and vibe at it. That was before 2020. That dream is definitely dead now. At minimum, for mid-tier artists, you're now paying like $200 for some seats. Every artist, for some reason, think when touring they're at the level of Michael Jackson to charge absurd prices. They would probably make more too if they priced it normally and not insane. I also think this is a direct correlation to why certain artists fall off. They start charging too much and people don't think it's worth it, which kills their momentum.
See, I understand like some artists like Kanye back in the day with Life is Pablo. I still wish I went to that concert where he was above and the people were below. Oh my god, that concert looks so sick, bro. I wanted to go to that so bad. I went to the recent Tyler one of the what was his Mask album? The Green Mask one. Forgot that. My brain's kind of foggy right now, but I went to that one a little bit behind the stage, but you can still see everything. Cinema. Actually, like, so many, like, I understand why it was expensive though. There's so many like moving parts. It was like watching a movie, but you're live listening to the music you've already listened to. It was sweet. Like, I don't blame them for being so expensive, but like, it does suck.
Over time. If they were smart and know how simple business works, you charge the cheapest prices at the beginning to get people hooked, then slowly up it so the people you got hooked will keep coming. That's either simple business practices or drug dealer practices. I don't know who I got it from, but it's one of those things. It's not just the artist to
business are probably worse.
Blame too. It's obviously the ticket vendors as well, who have hands down ruined concerts and made them hell. I don't know if it's just me. I would 100% rather go to how they did it back then, when you had to physically buy the ticket at a counter, then wait a week or two for whenever the concert was and use the ticket. At least you weren't getting ripped off by random fees and price raises. Ticketmaster is still the worst at it, and they were getting sued by the government, which started in 2024. So people were cheering and happy, hoping a change could finally be done to the company, hoping they could have this terrible company stop their practices and break up their monopoly. But it turns out when you transition presidential administrations, things change. As of March 2026, they finished the lawsuit by paying a settlement and getting a slap on the wrist. 30 states were involved in this lawsuit, by the way. I guess it shouldn't be that surprising. The judge handling it directly said that the outcome was entirely unacceptable, yet they still don't care. We had like one chance to help with this, and now that's probably gone. Other states also didn't accept the outcome, so they decided to keep suing anyways, which is hilarious. You would expect with a federal lawsuit, states like to believe in the system and see it as concrete, so they would just move on. But this move was so stupid and blatantly dumb that states said, hold up. Nah, we ain't done. We run this back. I already talked about dynamic prices before, but that isn't helping all.
Yeah, the dynamic pricing with like I see it in Walmarts now. They have like those little digital price tags and like, or like how places have like those doors and they can put whatever you feel like they want you to buy, or they know your shit, bro. But it's like so fucking stupid. It's insane. They're gonna raise the prices for bananas because you like bananas, but if you don't like apples, oh, we'll give you a discount. Man.
Also, it should 100% be an illegal practice. The scam is in the name. And a lot of artists also offer VIP packages for their concerts, which are complete cap or ripoffs. You have a normal ticket for like $150, but the VIP package is $500. And for the $500, it includes that you're closer to the stage and get a free food and beverage.
Oh, hooray, I get a fucking, shitty hot dog, a fucking $50 beer that's this big. Get the fuck out of here, bro. It's such a waste of money. And you get to meet them, you give a little handshake, and they pat you on the back saying, thanks for the money, you chud.
Reheated hot dog and a warm Gatorade too. Ain't nobody want that. I don't understand why some artists offer these packages and they're not at the level to give something good. Anyways, that's gonna be all. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
W Tommy. Go watch his videos if you haven't. Actual cinema. W videos. W Tom. Subscribe for a smooch.